Sup guys, Mano here. Quick update on the last video I posted where I crashed the VTX. Just to let everyone know that I'm fine, no major injuries, just scratches and bruises here and there. Nothing serious to the point where I couldn't do work or anything. Well, it's been 3 weeks since then, and I'm feeling a lot better today. Hopefully, this shoulder pain of mine will go away. Now, as for the VTX, well, not so. Couldn't ride the bike back home, and I had to leave it overnight where I crashed it. But we will get to that in a bit. Now, before all that shit happened, the day started out really well. That day was awesome. It's the kind of day that when you wake up and then you say, "Oh, I want to go out for a ride." So you could say it was damn perfect. And it just so happens that I was invited by my good friend, Step B, to go out for a ride with his group. Basically, his group is a collab group comprised of three, namely Team Happy, Road Brothers, and Iron Boys. Reason for this ride is that one of the senior members was celebrating his birthday, and this was a ride meant for him. And I was glad to tag along. This was my first ride for the year, though, and also my first time out riding with a big group after a really long time. So, meetup point with the group was at this new gas station in Talamban. It's got a huge forecourt area, perfect for a group assembly. And upon arriving, I saw a lot of familiar people like friends from other groups, acquaintances from my previous job, and also veterans in the local riding community, and so on and so forth. So it was basically a mixed group of people that some I know and some new to me also. So ride was very straightforward, no drama, and we basically headed up to TCH, going to Balamban town where there's this new place called JBY. It's a gas station, and it's owned by one of the members of the group. It's newly opened establishment with a huge forecourt. As in, I tell you, it's huge. You can probably host a concert there or a convention or something, with lots of parking space and a lot of restaurants for motorists looking for a spot to relax and have a good time. Well, you see, Cebu City, or specifically the island of Cebu, is a pretty small place for a bunch of motorcyclists to hide from each other. It's small. It's so small that all the clubs basically know each other, and rivalries are basically non-existent among groups. Well, except for the newer clubs, though. New blood is always hot and always looking for trouble. Now, this bunch in particular is a mix of old and new bikers from other groups that have either disbanded or become inactive or simply just out to have a good time on two wheels. It is also refreshing to see a group that is so family oriented and wholesome that some, if not most, of the members brought their family along to join on this trip. Their their wives would be driving their cars, with their kids and with their tagging along and acting as support for everybody. And also, one thing that really stood out about this group was that there is no discrimination. Something that I haven't seen in a really long time since the day I entered the local motorcycling, scene. The group doesn't care about your status either. You see people from all walks of life, like doctors, professionals, like BPO employees, mechanics, engineers, policemen, salespeople like me, even house husbands, also like me, and office workers, and many more. Now, socializing with this, group or with a bunch of random people and talking about stuff is pretty refreshing, given that we've been stuck indoors for quite some time due to the pandemic, of course. Well, it's already the endemic, but yeah, people are still hesitant to go out. Now, after having lunch and socializing, I decided to leave the head because, well, as you know, responsibilities call us even on a Sunday, and I was on borrowed time. Now, this is when shit happened. Prior to leaving, the weather wasn't what it was when the day started. Despite being warm and sunny in the morning, it quickly turned cold and wet at noon, where, especially where we were hanging out, on that side of the island. It's like a different world actually. It rained for a good time, and it continued to pour in scattered areas. So it wasn't really concentrated in the area where we at, but it was like all over. There were areas that it was dry. There were areas that were like, pouring wet, and well, you get the idea. So the place, that I had slipped was particularly critical. It was an uphill, winding section with badly paved asphalt and lots of debris and mud carried by rainwater. Not even this 700-pound, bike with sticky rubber, moving basically just at 30 to 40 kilometers per hour, could get away without losing traction. I tell you, that road was slick as ice, and it's not something that you reckon with. Sad to say, for the people who wanted to see me crash, I do not have footage of that because I put my phone in my bag, and that was it. Because it's just a phone. There's no waterproofing on my phone, so yeah, too bad for you, man. You can't see that. Now, this couple was following me in the rain the whole time, leading to where I slid the VTX. They helped me get up and even asked other motorists who passed by to get help. I asked them to, stop by JBY and look for, the group that I left, and I asked for backup. And then, some of the people also helped me, including this couple, pick up the VTX and move it to the side of the road so that, it won't cause any traffic or whatsoever. Now, whoever you guys are, I thank you very much. I hope to see you guys one day to repay you for your kindness, and maybe give you a treat here at JSY here in my business if you happen to drop by. Now, to the guys from their group who helped me get home, dressed up my wounds, and helped me get the VTX back to the city, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Without you guys, I have no idea how that day would have ended. And as for the VTX, well, here it is. Here are some pictures. Damage is primarily on the right. Crash bar saved most of the bike. Damage in the gas tank was probably the biggest I've seen. Broken turn signals, brake levers, and the right saddlebag was totally trash. So I had it, checked by a local leather guy or leather craftsman, and they said, no, this is too difficult for us. It might cost me more than the bag itself. So anyway, the bike is mechanically fine though. The damage is more on the cosmetics and accessories. Now, as I make this recording, the VTX is currently at Husky Servitech, getting the paint done. I'm currently waiting for parts to arrive, having some of the accessories fixed by Revolt Cycles here at at the shop, and hopefully by the end of Holy Week, the bike is ready to go. Should be done, and yeah, well, I'm gonna make a video about that. So we'll be posting another video soon. So keep you guys updated. I'll post it next week. So anyway, that's it for this video. Hope to see you next time. Bye.